Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. It's been such a long time since I've done these rooms or events specifically related to our breath. Um, 2024 ended up with a little bit of a curveball for me. It took a little bit of my time to reinvent myself a little bit due to an injury, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to what 2025 will bring in. So, there's a couple of things I want to cover today. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm celebrating for 2025. I want to talk to you guys a lot about the power of our breath. We're going to do a quick 1 minute reset of our breath. And then I'll mention and I'll talk a little bit more in details about what's happening with the breathing lab. So I am really excited. If anybody's connecting, I just want to know where you are connecting from. And if you have any questions while I talk, uh, feel free to ask the questions in the comments, and hopefully I'll be able to see them in StreamYard. So I'm streaming through StreamYard. I am excited. So before I go on, just in case there's people watching me that don't know who I am Brenda Liz. Yes, I am a Latina, born and raised in Puerto Rico. Now I live in Florida, and I am known as the master of ending burnout now. As someone who worked multiple leadership roles in corporate for over 24 years, plus launched my business, I have experienced burnout directly, like not just once, but multiple times through my career. And even when I did the jump into entrepreneurship, I was bringing a lot of my same behaviors into entrepreneurship, and I experienced burnout in multiple ways. So I have seen how burnout has crushed people's dreams, including mine, for a period of time. And that's why I'm so passionate to work with this and work with specifically women in leadership or women in entrepreneurship who are experiencing that mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion. I have helped multiple women actually overcome it to the point where they feel energized, worthy, and they once and for all believe now that they don't have to sacrifice anything big in their lives. Before, I used to believe that it was one path or another. Now I believe we have choices. So, with that said, I also have helped hundreds of people tap into their power of the breath. And as I was preparing for this today, I was like, really? Has it beat hundreds of people? And I started to look at the numbers, and I hosted for 3 months events in LinkedIn audio twice a week where we would breathe together. And then I did a whole bunch of sessions of somatic breath work through the year. And yes, when I counted, it's probably getting close to the thousands, if not multiple hundreds. And that's exciting because it shows that we can have an impact in people's life. And I am a true believer that through our breath, we can tap into parts of us that we sometimes forget, and we can shift things in our lives. And when we take consciously 1 minute to reset our breath, we are allowing our mind to quiet down, and as a result we get clarity for the things that sometimes are overwhelming us. So today we're gonna do together uh 1 minute breath reset. I'm all for 1 minute breath reset, and I'll give you a little bit of history. For me, the 1 minute breath reset began when I was in corporate. And I remember I had gone through a very bad physical injury, And I remember that when I went back to work after the injury, I there were points where the like I was feeling the pain like popping up. And what I started to realize was that if I wasn't taking breaks, that I was kind of holding my breath. I was with high levels of stress right before this pain started to become very profound, very intense. And I even started to put post-it notes in my computer. r- Just breathe. Remember to breathe. I started to put timers in my phone just to remind myself to do a 1 minute reset. And I started to do that, and it made a difference because it was funny when I started to feel all the tension building up here in my shoulders, in my neck. I would instantly become aware of where I was and what was going on in my body. And at that moment, I had the awareness of realizing a lot of times I was even holding my breath. So just reminding myself to just breathe made a huge difference. So our breath can help us in so many ways. We can intentionally, and that's what breath work is, intentionally manipulating our breath. So we can intentionally manipulate our breath to help us impact our nervous system and overall health. It can help reduce levels of stress. It can provide us with moments of clarity. It can even help with pain management. And I can tell you, I've used different types of breathing techniques to help me with pain management. And it can help also in general with our overall well being. And depending on the techniques that we use, we can actually use breathing techniques to help us release and stock energy that our bodies has stored, and some of this stock energy is related to trauma. In some cases it could be related to big T, or in some cases it just could be related to everyday type of trauma activities that we experience. Whatever it is, when it's ready through the breathing and it's ready to let go, we can let it go using different somatic breathing techniques. So I do both. I do breathing techniques that are foundational, that help us tap into our breath power and help us with stress management. And I do somatic healing through somatic breath work. And that helps us even with reversing impact of stress in our body, letting go of things that we didn't even know existed. Even if you want to tap into somatic breath work to help build a better relationship with yourself, you can do that. So, yes, breathing is powerful. So, I want to encourage, I see Lilisha is connected. Thank you for joining us. I want to take this moment to just take a 60-second break. And together, let's just breathe. And what we're going to do, and if you have connected into some of my previous sessions, you will see that this is one of my favorite techniques. And I actually have a video in YouTube that explains the technique into more details and actually takes you through a guided breathing that lasts, I think it's less than 8 minutes, the guided breathing piece. And it's really powerful, and you can leverage that. It's there, the recording is really good, and you'll enjoy it. And you can use it at any time that you need. But we're just gonna tap into what it's called resonant breathing, which we're going to be using the 5 5, which is basically you're inhaling on the count of 5, you're not holding your breath, and then you're exhaling on the count of 5. The key here is to make it as um, connected as possible, meaning you're slowly inhaling, then basically you shift to exhaling slowly, and you're going to do that on the count of 5. And I say the 1 minute reset because if you count 5 plus 5 equals 10, so each breath is going to take us 10 seconds. And if you combine those 10 seconds and repeat those 10 seconds 6 times, we are doing 1 minute right here, right now. So I encourage you to just sit comfortable. I'm not putting music today or anything like that. I just want you to just take a 1 minute and just basically sit with yourself. Close your eyes and just take a deep breath in slowly. And as you breathe in, now you exhale slowly. Inhale again slowly, then exhale slowly. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Inhale for the fourth time, slowly. Exhale for the first time, slowly. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that inhale slow, 3, 4, 5, and make that exhale slow, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one final inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. So if you were able to do this with me, even if it's recorded on the recorded version, just make a comment and let me know how it made you feel. The same way that there's this technique, there's hundreds of other techniques out there that you can use to help you with stress management. The key is not to know where to look for these techniques. The key is to create muscle memory, practice these techniques as much as you can. So the day that you actually do need it because you're going into a meeting and things are getting out of hand, or something happened, there's something that happened in the road that got you a little bit railed up, then you can tap into these techniques very easily. So, um, I encourage you to go to the YouTube channel. It's called The Breathing Lab. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and at the same time, just look around there. I have right now, I think it's 2 or 3 techniques there. And for the rest of the month of January and February, I'll be building more techniques into the Breathing Lab YouTube channel. Now, that takes me to something important, which is using these techniques do have an impact in us. I recently had a really bad injury in my left shoulder to the point where my hand got completely frozen and paralyzed, and I couldn't move it. I couldn't even move it to the point where I could even create space to put at the other to use the other end. And for 6 consecutive days, I was in extreme pain. And the first couple of days was very difficult for me to even tap into breathing, even though I still leverage it, I still used it because the pain was so consistent that I like it was really hard to try to like get myself to even focus on the breathing. But I did, I practiced it, I leveraged it as much as I could. By day 3, I was actually leveraging it a little bit more, and it made a difference. It made a complete difference. And when pain was actually skyrocketing, it was really wonderful because my husband would come and say, "Remember what you teach? Breathe, just breathe." And he would guide me and he would breathe with me. And it made a huge difference in my recovery. Um, so I encourage you, tap into the power of your breath. Our breath allows our body to tap into our inner or our own inner healing capabilities. So, the more you tap into your breath, the more you're creating space for your body to be able to tap into what perfect health blueprint is all about. So, I encourage you to do that. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the Breathing Lab membership. Drrrr. Yes, I'm excited because I did launch it by the end of last year. I did kind of like open it up just for women in leadership. and somehow it that felt like it wasn't connected to what I really wanted to do. So I made the decision at the end of last year, um, to expand it and allow, like, invite both women and men into the membership, not just women, invite both. So if you're someone who is struggling and would benefit from tapping into your breath and start to tap into your own inner healing capabilities, then I would encourage you to join me in the Breathing Lab membership. Okay, so I don't want you guys to get confused. There's the Breathing Lab YouTube channel, which is very good. I'm not saying it's not. But if you want to take this to the next level, if you want to tap into the collective healing and the collective power of breathing, which we used to do that a lot last year, then the Breathing Lab membership is for you. So right now, the membership is $25 a month for those of you who are uh, who sign up. This price, I'm giving you the benefit of founders price, which means that you would get this price per live as long as you're part of the membership. And if the price does goes up, your price will not go up. um, there's a lot of beauty about the membership. Is there is a community that has been developed where you will be able to access other people, ask questions. There's all of the live recordings are kept in a vault type of environment or a course type of environment, and you will have access to that. Plus, every time I get creative and I come up with something beautiful for my audience, then I will be creating more recordings. I will be putting more information. So you will not only have access to things that are related to the breathing, but you will have access to other things that are going to help you with the stress management, right? We want to embrace a stress free life, and to embrace a stress free life, we need to take action. So I am really excited. I'm looking forward for people to subscribe. And if you have any questions about the membership, just feel free to send me a message through either LinkedIn, Facebook, or you can send me an email at admin@coachbrendaliz.com. So the way you see my name written in the video here, Coach Brenda Liz, yes, all together. So it's admin@coachbrendaliz.com. Um, I really encourage you guys to look at the membership. I'm going to be putting the links to both the membership and the YouTube channel in the comment section of LinkedIn. I believe the links are already, if people are connecting through YouTube, the links are already in the YouTube. I just need to put the links into the LinkedIn event. If there's any questions out there, I that I could answer, this is the moment. Feel free to ask me any questions. And I'm seeing Leslie connecting. Thank you. I'm seeing a LinkedIn user saying, "Hey, this could be so many people. So if you can actually just write your name so I can know who is the LinkedIn user, I would love it." And then saying a quick hola, Nick. Yes, it's here. So I'm excited. And once again, I believe 2025 is a year where a lot of healing is happening in the world. And it's happening because people are starting to tap into their own healing journeys. And you can actually leverage your breath in that journey. And I can teach you how to do it in a very cool and fun and exciting way. I'm also going to be hosting, I don't have the details yet. I'm going to be hosting, and this is secret. And I'm just kidding. I'm going to be hosting a somatic breathing session. I think it probably will be more towards the mid to end of January. I was going to say July. I don't know why. And the idea is that it's going to be focused on self love and forgiveness. And I do believe that everything begins with us and begins with us also letting go and forgiving the things that are keeping us stuck. So it's a beautiful journey that people who have done it with me, and I have people who have done it two, three, four, 5 times because it's so powerful. And every time they do it, it's a completely different experience. This is not like the normal breathing that I do in YouTube or in LinkedIn audio rooms in the past. This is very um, focused and intentional breathing, where the idea is that through our own breathing, we are kind of like bypassing our critical thinking mind, or what some people may call monkey mind. And I know this could be a controversial name of saying it, but yes, the critical thinking mind, and allows us to then, because we're not overthinking, now we're allowing our body to shift the energy and to remove things that are blocking us in the physical dimension. So, with that said, I'm really excited for what that's going to hold. It's going to be a wonderful healing space for many. And once again, it's the self love and forgiveness journey. And that's going to be somatic breathwork. So, for that, I do, it's slightly different. For that, people do need to sign a waiver. There's other requirements, but it's kind of cool because everybody that I mean, I've had maybe one or two people who are highly sensitive in terms of sounds, that their experience wasn't the best. So if you're a highly sensitive individual, just connect with me. Let's talk about it, and maybe we determine if this is the right journey for you or not. But if not, I would say, and you can do it. I think everybody at some point in their lives should experience somatic breath work. So, with that said, once again, I'm glad you joined. If you got the opportunity to do the 1 minute breath reset with me today, I'm so grateful you were here. If you're catching this at a moment after we did that, I just encourage you. I think it was around minute 14, just to go back to the recording and just do the reset with me. And once again, remember, a lot of my breathings are available in YouTube. And if you want to leverage and be part of a community, and if you want to be guided by me in something even deeper, feel free to join the Breathing Lab membership. And I am offering, I didn't mention this, oh my god, I should have. I'm gonna put the link to signing up to the membership. I'm also going to put a coupon. I'm offering the first 30 days, or the first month basically, for free. So you get an opportunity to experience it. You don't have to pay the first month. And then basically after that, you begin to pay. So you get the chance to be part of the community and make this work. Now, is it perfect? Is it everything developed? No, you're helping me build it. I've already begun building some things, but you will be part of also the effort. And I am looking to evolve the space so much. So looking forward to having you all here, all there, let's put it that way. So with that said, I don't want to drag this any longer. If you do have any questions, and I'm see Christy saying hola hola, thank you for joining. If you do have any questions, this is the moment. Feel free to ask me any questions. If not, then I'm just gonna let you go back to your day. And remember, set up the clock, set up the alarm clock. Put a reminder every day, mid morning, mid afternoon, to take 1 minute of intentional breathing. And you will see how that 1 minute will have a ripple effect in your life. I can't wait to see you, more of you, and I can't wait to like uh, look at your comments may come after this session. And I wish you all an amazing weekend. And with that said, sending everybody lots of love.